First thing, there is no right or wrong, only perception. Second thing, this life that we lead, we take it too serious because it's actually a game. And it's a game that was created by other souls for our soul to come to experience what we are not. To experience not only bad things, but good things too, but to experience also. So on the other side, you can't experience no love because of the higher density. But on this side, you can experience no love. On the other side, you can't experience death, but on this side, you can experience the illusion of death. Okay. On the other side, you don't hate people. You don't hate. You don't have hate. But on this side, you can experience hate and all these other things. Think of it like on the other side, you have knowledge, like beyond what you can believe. And you read all the books on how to drive a car, but you never driven a car. You come here to drive the car. You come here to experience how to drive the car. Because a person who read all the books but never driven a car, it's a different experience than somebody who actually drove the car. And you come here to do that in third density. And third density, which is duality. Duality, which is good, bad. That's why life always feels good, then bad, then good, then bad, then good, then bad. Okay, that's the duality. And also, I was given information about why people experience hell when they die. Oh, yeah, I got to say this. First thing, we are a part of God, and we also are gods with a big G. We can create a whole universe with just a thought. We can create a whole island with just a thought. We can have multiple lifetimes at the same time. The life you're having right now is like a small piece of your fingernail of your soul, just to show you how powerful your soul is. Okay. And so the reason why people experience hell, because in this life, whatever you're afraid of, you are constantly creating, because we are creators, just like God, our Father, is a creator. We are creators. So whatever you and powerful creators. So whatever you experience, if you fear hell, whether you're an atheist or a Christian believer, that fear is actually creating the very hell that you're talking about. And when you die, wherever your heart and your mindset is, that's what you experience first. Okay, so if you'll experience hell, and if you do experience hell and you die and you experience hell, two things are either going to happen. One, you're going to either be there and say, wait a minute, this is me creating this place. This isn't God. God didn't create this place. This is me. And you leave. Or you're going to do the number two, which is, God, please help me. Take me out. Please help me. And then God's going to say, okay, I take you out of your own creation. And you get taken out and you say, oh, God, save me. And oh, there is a hell. The God save me. It's your hell that you created. And it's not God's hell, because I want to say this very clearly. God is only love. And unconditional love, which means no judgment of any kind. Okay? So that's what I got. And also about heaven. What you believe, you create on the other side. So in heaven, you might see Mary, Jesus, you might see an angel or two, and very little people, because you believe that very few people could get into heaven. So you're there in heaven, you died, you're there in heaven, and there's nothing going on. You just see them walking, but there's nothing going on. And then you start to realize, wait, there's nothing happening here. Actually, nothing. It's because you created that. Because on the other side, every place is heaven, because it's all created by God. Every place is heaven. Okay. Um, I had somebody ask me, one of my clients, well, if there's no right or wrong, what about Hitler? And I said, well, there is a life review. Now, in your life review, you're going to experience what you felt, but you're also going to experience what the other people felt interacting with you. For example, if you were in an argument with somebody, not only are you going to feel yourself arguing with them, but you're also going to feel how it feels from the other person's point of view. Exactly, all their emotions, everything. So if you imagine Hitler, who caused millions of deaths and millions of despair and torture, he's got to feel all of that from millions of people. And also the connections, because now the mother died in a gas chamber, so the daughter had to suffer. He's going to feel that because it's all connected. So that's not going to be a fun picnic, but it's not going to be forever, number one, because on the other side, everything is faster. You have to think of it like the propeller of a plane. If you look at the propeller of a plane, it's going very, very fast. It looks like it disappeared, right? Until you put your finger in there and you're going to know, oh, it hasn't disappeared. It's the same with the soul. It's going so fast that if a soul appears in front of us, usually you're going to think that there's nothing there. They disappear, but it's not true. They're there. So that's the thing about that. No right or wrong. Also, Jesus. Uh, this is something totally that's opposite from what I was taught in these churches and Christianity. So on the other side, there is no hierarchy. That means Jesus is like a brother to me. God doesn't look at Jesus, there's Jesus and then there's you. Mm-mm. God looks at you and Jesus the same way. Same with Gabriel, same with Michael, same with all. There is no hierarchy on the other side. Everybody's treated and loved the exact same. Okay. So, and a lot of people, what I got about Jesus, first thing, here's another thing. There were many Jesuses. That's another thing. Yes, more than one. And also, um, Jesus was misunderstood because he was trying to tell you first that these works I do, but you'll do greater. But he was trying to tell you that because I'm no better than you. I'm no higher than you. Okay. That's what he was trying to tell you. But also the Bible was manipulated, so only some of it's true, um, by the government and by the religious figures at the time, because they were afraid of Jesus, because Jesus had so many followers that they thought he would, if he wanted to put an army together, he could take over, which was true. So they were afraid of him and they manipulated the Bible. So I found from the downloads, not all the Bible's true, just some of it. And what else? Oh, yeah. Why we come to Earth? We come to Earth to experience. It's not a school. It's not. It's not to grow. If I don't incarnate to the Earth, my soul can't grow. Wrong. On the other side, your soul is perfect. I mean, absolutely perfect. You come to here to experience. That's all. And when you do experience that, you take something back with you that other souls may not have if they didn't incarnate it. But it's not making you better or more smarter or more, you just have something extra, but it's not better. It's not more intelligent. It's just something extra because you have that experience. And here's the other thing that I got from the downloads is that, and this is going to freak people out, it freaked me out, was that you can't get this life wrong. First thing, you are a hero when you left the security and the love of God to come in here to play this game. All the other souls that didn't do that consider you like a hero. You are like the rebel, the daredevil, the power person soul that took the chance to do that. Okay. So you are a hero no matter what you do. If you're a bum in this life all your life, guess what? On the other side, you are a hero because you left the security of God to come to a place where you might not feel love. You don't even know that you're a God anymore. You don't even know how to use your power anymore. You're a hero. You are regarded as a hero and admired on the other side by other souls. That's one thing. The other thing is the earth. The earth is a soul. Okay. Um, it decided to play with the game with these other souls that created this game. And the earth is alive. So that's why when you put something in it, it will grow. It's alive. It's not just a rock in space. It's actually alive. So the thing is, the earth said, I'm going to play this game for a few billion years. But around 2012, that's when it decided to quit. That's when the billion years was up. It made an agreement with these other souls. Now, in my downloads, they say that no soul can control another soul. That's impossible. Never can happen. Okay. And when the earth said, I want to finish now, it's 2012. I did it for a billion years now. I want to raise my vibration. I want to leave this third 3D dimension and go to 5D. And the souls who made this game said, you can't do that. Don't do that now. You can't do that. You have to continue to play. And the earth said, no way. And the earth made a call out to the universe to bring in star seeds. Now, what is star seeds? These are people highly sensitive. They can't be in crowds usually. And they're wherever they go, they bring joy and they very generous to help. They bring good vibrations, but they're very super, super sensitive. And they don't even like to function in the world the way the world works. Okay. But they're very, very good people, loving people. These are what they call star seeds. And the star seeds, think of it like this. If you have to move to an apartment and you have to do all the work yourself, it's going to take you a certain time. But if you call your friends and you ask your friends, hey, can you help me move? You're going to move faster. And that's what the earth did. She could do it herself, but she called out for help because she wanted to go faster. That's the situation with the earth. Now, the earth is asking everybody, what vibration do you want to be on? Because when I reach the frequency of 5D, whatever frequency you are on, you will be stuck on, okay, until you leave this planet. Now, I have to get into timelines this time. And this time I got the information about timelines, not only from my mother. We change timelines every 3 minutes. Every 3 minutes, we change timelines. And you might pick up on it. You might have the situation happen where, have you ever left your keys on a small table or on a table and you know you did it? And 3 hours later, you go to that small table and the keys are not there. And have you ever, after that, another 3, 4, 5 hours go by, you're looking through everywhere, and then you look on that table and then there's the keys. That's what we call a timeline shift that you saw. Okay. Now, the earth, when she reaches fifth dimension, that's when that dimension, when that vibration is all over, completely over the earth is going to make a timeline split. And the split is going to be one timeline is going to be Earth in 3D, and the other timeline is going to be Earth in 5D. The best way I can describe it is that if you stand in front of a wall, you're going to have your shadow and then you're going to have the real you. Now, the shadow will be the 3D Earth, and the real you will be the 5D Earth. Okay. Now, it's not going to happen like, oh, I went to sleep and 10 million people disappeared. No, it's going to happen gradually, like from winter to summer. Okay. And the thing is, if you Google, I don't know if you heard of the Schumann resonance. Well, the Schumann resonance is the electrical pulse of the earth, which is responsible for electricity, thunderstorms, and a bunch of other things. And it's also, it's normally at 7.83, which is the same frequency of the human brain. Now, if you Google the Schumann resonance now, it's going to mark at 300 and plus. And what that's doing is changing your DNA because the earth is trying to prepare you for when she goes to 5D. Now, God's viewpoint on the whole thing is this. If you choose 3D, they're going to say, God's going to say, oh, you chose the long road home, but you're coming home. If you choose 5D, oh, you took the short road home, but you're coming home. That's God's viewpoint on it. And God loves you in either way. But if you're tired of the roller coaster ride, which is what I call 3D, then you might want to be more careful about your vibrations. Okay. Now, there's only two vibrations, high or low. What is low vibrations? Low vibrations is hate, judgment, depression, confusion, jealousy, lies. This is all low vibration. Stress. This is all low vibration. What does low vibration do? Low vibration makes things work difficult if they work at all. Low vibration blocks any kind of dreams for life that you have from happening. And low vibrations, it's very bad for your health. That's low vibrations. What is high vibrations? High vibrations, smiles, laughing, love, gratitude, nature, animals, babies, creating, truth, clarity, joy. This is all high vibrations. And what does high vibrations do? Well, high vibrations make things work easier. High vibrations make any kind of life dream you have for life happen quicker. High vibrations brings more money and more success. High vibrations, the doctor will tell you if you laugh more, it's good for your health. Okay? Now, this is not about being perfect, I want to say. I would say that the person should be more like a 3-year-old. Now, what does a 3-year-old do? A 3-year-old might run down the street really fast, boom, 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 and then gonna fall. Wow! Then gonna scream, gonna feel that low vibration emotion. But a minute later, that same 3-year-old is gonna be laughing. Why? Because they felt that low vibration emotion, but then they let it go. Where adults hold on to it for hours, weeks, days, years even. So what I say is, if you have to feel low vibration emotion, feel it, but then let it go. Okay? And I also say, I'm going to say this to your audience and to the public, you should make a list of 10 things that automatically make you happy. The first one I'll give you, which is nature. If you live near a park, a lake, or a tree, you go sit under the tree for 1 hour, your vibration will rise automatically. You don't have to do anything. The other 9 things will be personal to you. Could be your favorite ice cream, could be a funny movie, could be a friend that makes you laugh, could be music, could be drawing, writing, could be artwork, could be creating. Creating is high vibration. Could be a photo, a good book, could be cartoons. But whatever brings you automatic joy, you write these 10 things down. Now, your emotions are your thermometer to tell you if you're on high vibrations or low vibrations. So you can't say, well, I don't know what vibration I'm on. Well, question would be, how do I feel? If I feel great and wonderful, that means I'm on high vibrations. If I don't feel so good, that means I'm on low vibrations. And I should do one of the 10 things on the list that I made. That way, you're going to be more often on high vibrations. And we all know what high vibrations do. Brings you more joy, brings more success, brings good for your health. So this is what I would suggest for the public. Now, the thing is, the planet is rising in vibration. So what you used to do 10 years ago might not work because the whole planet's vibration has totally changed. So you don't want to think about life in a logical way like you used to. If I do this and I do that, that's going to happen. Not necessarily anymore because the vibration of the planet has changed. So you want to think about life more like in vibrations. What vibration am I on? What vibration is that situation? That's going to dictate more of your success in navigating the earth now than it was before. Okay. And the thing is, we're rising in vibration. Here's the good news. People who are still doing evil things, they're not going to have the same outcome because they're doing these evil things on a higher vibration planet. Okay. And so the planet, when it's higher vibration, brings you more truth, more clarity. That's why when these politicians are lying to us and all that, the truth keeps popping out. It's almost like a comedy. Okay. That's why. And think of it like this. If you put a positive battery and a negative battery together, what happens? They separate. The earth is rising in vibration, constantly rising. And if somebody's on a low vibration, what's that going to do to them? That's making them more insane, more crazy. Okay. So that's why you're seeing what you're seeing. And to navigate better on the earth, you want to be on high vibrations more often than low. Think of it like a radio station. If you on the radio station that gets rock music, you're not going to get classical music. If you're on the radio station that gets classical music, you're not going to get rock music. Oh yeah, and the other thing I got from my downloads, there is no karma. There is no karma. Okay. Law of attraction is real. It's real on the other side. It's also real on this side, but it's a little bit delayed on this side. But it's real. So if somebody, let's say somebody's going around killing people. Okay, they're killing people, but they're on the frequency of killing, which means that they might kill somebody, but they can also be killed because they're on that frequency. And it's not like a punishment from God. You killed them, so now I'm going to kill you. No, it's a frequency. It's like gravity. That's all. If you're on that frequency, you can do that, but it also can happen to you because you're on that frequency. So there's no karma. And the other thing is, what else? We are awakening now. Some people there's free will always, by the way. So here there's going to be free will. There's going to be free will on the other side. But we also, somebody asked me once, which is more true, destiny or free will? And the answer is both. We choose on the other side, we choose our parents, we choose the kids we have, we choose our dog, our cat, we choose our best friend, we choose our lover, we choose our husband, we choose all these people, our aunt, whatever. We choose all these people that's going to be close before we come. But when we get here, if we don't want to go by what we chose, we can deny it. We can not go with that person. We can even say, I don't want to be with my mother no more. I don't talk to her anymore. You have free will to do whatever you want. Always. Always. So we're living in the most interesting times because we're going to change dimension. In 5D, there will be no killing of animals, plants, or people. There'll be only peace, only love. We'll have about 30 to 40% of our soul power in the physical body, conscious of it. So we'll have total telepathy. We'll be able to talk to anything, rocks. Oh, that's the other thing. Everything is alive, by the way. Your table, your rock, water is alive. Everything is alive. Everything. It's just on a different consciousness frequency, but it's all alive. But in 5D, we'll be able to talk and communicate with all animals, everything. And we'll be able to even go from here, 5D, to the other side and back. So if you want, I think I'll visit my dead mother, you'll be able to do it in 5D and come back. And here's the other thing. If you have a loved one and let's say they're holding on to 3D and when the shift happens, they're in 3D and you're in 5D, all you have to do is think of them in 5D and they will appear. You will get the higher version of them. Okay. Just to let you know, that's some information from the other side, but that's what I got. So there's a lot of things. So we are in transition right now. And the other thing I would like to tell your listeners is to stay on a higher vibrations more often. Do not engage in low vibration conversation. The most important moment in life is the present moment. It is not the past, even if what happened in the past was true. Don't go back there if it's not a positive vibration. Don't go back there because you will be lowering your own vibration every time you go back. Okay, so you want to stay on high vibrations. Also, this never happened before. The Earth has never did a transition like that. So, and extraterrestrials are real, by the way. That's another thing. Everything is part of God. Everything is God. So just that you know, we all have free will and people come here to experience different things. I can't put somebody down if they wanted to experience being a drug addict, how it feels to be out of control, because on the other side, you are in control. So everybody has their different choice. It's not for me to say, oh, you came here to experience that. That's horrible. You're bad. You didn't experience. No, you have free will to experience whatever you want. And also on the other side, you have unlimited power of creation. Unlimited. You can create a whole body and go inside that body that you created if you want to, just so that you will feel the physical sensations like you felt on Earth. You can do it. Souls are busy on the other side because the Earth is like a small closet compared to the other side. A small closet, the whole Earth. Um, they hear you if you call their name. That's another thing. One of my downloads. If you call their name, they will appear no matter what. Whoever the dead person you calling, they will appear. But the problem is usually they're on such a high frequency, we can't see them with our human eye, usually, unless they really lower their frequency for you to see them. And the other thing is, when you're very, very sad, usually they don't come to you. Okay. Usually. Here's the other download. We choose our reality every day, not the other way around. Your reality chooses you. No, you choose your reality by the vibrations you choose every day. If you choosing low vibration, you opening the door to what? Low vibration things. If you choose high vibration, you open the door to high vibration. Now that's a download that I got, and that was tough on me because I was like, I felt like I didn't choose that, but you might not choose that exact thing. But when you choose the vibration of low vibrations covers a big territory of topics. Mm. It's not just one thing. Oh, I didn't. I chose low vibration, but it just lies. No, no. Low vibrations could be a bunch of things. Mm. Okay, and some are bigger, some are smaller, but it's still what? Low vibrations. Mm. And we choose that reality. Reality, we're not. The reason why people feel like life is just tossing them around is because they don't realize that, hey, watch your vibrations. Change your vibrations, change the inside, and watch your outside change. So above, so below. Here's the thing, another download I got too, that I want to say for people. First thing, nobody dies a horrible death. Mm. Now, what I'm going to say is why? Because your soul is taken out before you die. It's taken out. You'll hear that people with car accidents. I didn't even hear the impact. I was already gone. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if a child is being murdered, the child is taken out. So the child does not experience the murder at all. Okay, so I just want to say that for people who lost children or something like that, they didn't experience that death. They were out before it happened. Okay,
Mm.
that's it. So yeah, so that's it. That's all. That's all pretty much my download. So now you can ask me any questions you want.
Woo! That was a lot, and that was
Yes.
perfect. Absolutely perfect.